She-Rag got me.
It's week 9 of the National Football League, and we've got the Panthers' sure-handed tight end. He had a solid week last week, hitting the century mark with 101 yards. It's the Panthers and the Bengals, just ahead on EA Sports.
It's the NFL EA Sports as we welcome you into Paycor Stadium on the riverfront here in Cincinnati. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Carolina Panthers and the Cincinnati Bengals. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And CD, you look at the Bengals in this matchup. Their offense is one that doesn't rely too heavily on just one guy. They like to spread things around as best they can.
You're right about that. It's a diverse unit, and they like to run their offense by what they call game plan, meaning each and every week they study the opponent, they probe its weaknesses, and they move the ball around that way. They emphasize who's going to get it based on what they think they'll accomplish in that game. Other teams, they're a system team. They're going to run what they run no matter what. I like this style of offense. It suits them well.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around. Right?
They start on the ground here at Sanders. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The numbers for Sanders last week, 24 carries, 84 yards, and a touchdown.
After the last game, they have plenty of reason to be confident in their running game. And even though they're facing a top 10 defense, they're not going to shy away from doing what they do best. Make them adjust to them. Make them stop what they do before they go to any type of a change-up.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that plan any down.
It's Young on first down. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 46. Up the middle they go with Sanders. He's got it to the 43 here. Well, this defense for the Bengals, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Young will set to throw. Left side here to Sanders. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A very solid gain of 27.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
To the right side and complete to Hurst. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. Facing a 2nd and 3. Ball on the 10. They go back to the ground with Sanders. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy set the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
On play action, Young. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Ian Thomas, his first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are on the board first here this afternoon. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. That time a 9-play drive. And Carolina scores to cap it off. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. And the Bengals getting set for their first possession of the ball game and leading them out in his 3rd season. Really the face of Cincinnati football, Joe Burrow.
Hey, we all love a good story, and what we like even more, guys who can fight through adversity. Joe Burrow coming out of high school, goes to Ohio State, doesn't get a chance to start, transfers to LSU, not thought to be a top prospect. #1 pick in the draft and justifies it. Tremendous play, excellent mobility, and leadership off the charts.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. The numbers for Mixon last week, 10 carries, 58 yards, and a score.
That's a very nice winning streak that they're on, and they've really seen this offense come into its own as a unit. And one of the keys is that the ground game has been established, and it's keeping the defense honest near the line of scrimmage. Sometimes that leads to huge games for him. Other times, he plays a complementary role to someone else. But however it's getting done, they're winning week after week.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Consecutive runs of 6 yards gives them a 1st and 10. The Bengals sit 5-3 now on the year. And they've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Burrow will throw. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. A gain of 8 there on the play, and it'll be 2nd and a couple. Here we go. Looking to pass. That's caught by the tight end, Drew Sample. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 44-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. On the move to his left. Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. Well, that's a perfect example of how he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's game. He is just all around the football right now, isn't it?
That he is, and it's funny because I talked with the coaching staff about drills that they do in practice, and one of them is called matching hands. And as soon as that hand is launched by the quarterback,
under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here. McPherson's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. He's been automatic to this point of the season, and he can let some field goal there.
What a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. This offense returns to the field, and a former Penn State star, Miles Sanders, we're going to look at him. So far, been so good this season. Well on his way, as you see, to a 1,000-yard campaign. Is he almost having the type of year to where you say, let's let him get his and we'll control everything else?
That's one way to go about it. Personally, I go about it differently. I'm taking on the board. I've got to, because he gives his team an identity and confidence. And if we slow him down, now guess what? Everyone starts looking at each other like, who's going to make a play? Because he's made all the plays so far. So I have to go get him first. Build my defenses towards shutting him down.
Good luck. I mean, not many teams have been able to do it. We'll see. Young off the play fake. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. His first catch, good for 16 and a first. Shotgun snap and then the give to Sanders. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Another run with Sanders. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage. And now 3rd and 11 coming up. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Young on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
And that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
Hamler now on the return. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Here we go. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guy,
oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Always cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll bring up second down. To throw, Young. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
The competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. That throw by Young incomplete.
It's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
This is up and good from Pinheiro. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3.
So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Week 9 here in the National Football League. He'll have 9 weeks to go after this. We've got a couple of good matchups in prime time to wrap up the first half of the season. Tonight, Tennessee and KC in the AFC. And then tomorrow night, an interconference matchup. Baltimore and New Orleans from the Superdome.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Here we go. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
From midfield now, Burrow.
He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Burrow. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now it's Burrow. Over the middle, complete. It's Smith. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 35. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To the air again, Burrow.
That one taken in by T. Higgins. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. From the red zone now, here's Burrow, 1st down.
He will find his man Chase complete. Touchdown! Jamar Chase with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by McPherson and looking good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Panther offense going to see the ball one more time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Throwing, Young. Lets it fly for Thielen. And got his man, complete. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Young to throw it. For Marshall, that's complete. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they will take the lead at 13-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So we come upon halftime, intermission. Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Take it in at the 3. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. First down. Here's Burrow. This pass complete to Higgins. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Burrow on play action. Open man downfield is Chase. He's got it. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Inside handoff to Mixon. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. The LSU connection, Burrow to Chase for the Cincinnati first.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. It looked like they had the run stopped at the line of scrimmage, but the hand got up into the face mask, and the officials that were looking for it, they spotted it.
It's an easy call, too, when it's right in front of them. You see that neck twist just a little bit, and that's enough to draw the flag.
So the face mask moves him closer, and now 1st and goal. Mixon is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it, sliding out of the pocket. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Devin Asiasi from 4 yards out. And the Bengals have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. Extra point by McPherson up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the 2nd half. And Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good 2nd half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll try and run forward with Sanders. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. 20. Touchdown, Carolina. Miles Sanders with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers have retaken a 3rd-quarter lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that gives him a 3-point lead. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was Miles Sanders who finished it off with a touchdown run. This will be fielded inside the 5. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. They had gotten the lead with the opening drive touchdown in the 3rd quarter. Now they relinquished that lead back. Could be in for an interesting 2nd half.
It certainly appears that way, doesn't it? Almost turning into one of those pendulum games, right? Where it swings back and forth, and who's going to make the play that changes that maybe it puts it on one side and keeps it.
In motion goes the tight end. Now it's Mixon running right. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Burrow's throw complete there to Smith. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 33. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another 1st. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. Mixing up the middle. Tackle made by Ole Miss's Marquise Haynes.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw taken in by Samuel. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another 1st.
they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Here we go. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw.
Quick slant here to Smith. And the Bengals are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
T. Higgins is the intended target,
but it'll be 2nd and goal.
On 1, right? 11 MP. 11. 11 MP.
Now Burrow. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Bengals answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth quarter lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that will make this a 4-point game. So that drive returned 8 plays.
And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
And Sharp pulls it in. There he goes left side. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Chark, 75 yards.
And the Panthers use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the fourth. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And that gives them a 3-point lead. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25.
Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it.
And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Following the interception, Young.
That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
On 2nd and 10, Young. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Young will set to throw. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he is going to have the Panthers first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
94 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. 4 yards remain on 2nd down. Ball on the 10. They'll go again with Sanders.
And a a short pickup there down to about the 9. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. 3rd and short yardage, Young. This is caught. Touchdown, Panthers. Miles Sanders. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Panthers will add to their 4th quarter lead. Pinheiro's extra point up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. That time a 6-play drive. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field.
And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Burrow's throw caught by Higgins.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Now it's Burrow. Open man is Higgins.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
They're going to hurry back to the line now. Throwing again on 2nd down.
Burrow. That's taken in by Higgins.
Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. Burrow will throw. And it's caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. To the air again, Burrow. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Kevin Coleman. A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Bengals have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
This offense returns to the field. And the former Penn State star Miles Sanders, we're going to look at him.
He's toppled the century mark already, receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. Here we go. 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Young.
They quickly to Thielen here. And he is going to have the Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Let's go.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? inside linebacker got to be a little bit more poised.
No doubt about it, because they get a little bit of flexibility, especially when they're trying to stuff a gap. You know, we get that double A gap look. This time he got too eager and got too deep into the backfield.
It wasn't the line that jumped that time, the second level.
No, that's a great observation, because most of the time it's those guys up front so eager to get off on the snap. They do it, but in this case, you're exactly right. Second level, probably because they moved up to the first level, and that hurts them.
A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
Encroachment. Defense.
He moved from your former position senior year, strong safety.
Yeah, sometimes they get you up near the line of scrimmage, or you're trying to time up a blitz. You've got to get it right, otherwise that flag comes out and you just cost your team some yardage.
Smith red. Black block. Yellow. Line. Check white. Smith yellow. Check pink. Blue check. Opposite. Green. Smith red. Black block. Yellow. Line. Check white. Smith yellow. Check pink. Blue check. Opposite. Green. Smith red. Black block. Yellow. Line. Check white. Switch. Yellow. Check pink. Blue check. Opposite. Green. Set.
Young's going to take a knee here, and that should just about do it.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one.
Smith red. Black block. Yellow.